Welcome back to part 2. Yeah, I know. I don't do 2 parts normally. The F.O.B, it took an hour last time. I don't want to take an hour this time. What we're looking at here, I have broken down a lot of the stuff already. These bits, if you remember from last time, I've already glued. And to save time, I've glued these as well. Now, I've lost the plans because I was messing around with Premiere Pro. These bits, where are they? There's 4 of these, a lot of this. What we're going to do with these 4, we have to slot them in holes. I've already done this one. I'm going to spin it over and then making sure the pattern is up because, you know, you want the colours. I haven't actually sanded anything this time for some unknown reason. Oh, I've broken it. Heavy-handed me as always. Let's pop that back out. Take our little razor sander. Let's curve the edge off. Get rid of that burr. Are they burrs on the bits where you have the... I don't know. And then carry on. Excuse the state of the desk. I've been playing Rumble Slam. And as such, a lot of my models are still on the desk. The ones I got painted anyway. That was yesterday. Rumble Slam and Rivet Wars. Does anyone remember playing Rivet Wars? Probably not. It's a board game. And most of us are tabletop gamers. But I enjoyed Rivet Wars as a game. It's one of those things. I'm also still painting the models for that. I haven't got the new version or the updated version because if you're not going to change the rules or how things work, I'm not going to buy it. Obviously, it's now a different company making it and they want to do different things with it. And yeah, I'm not that bothered. I like the original game. It was easy to play. You could knock out a game in a couple of hours. Well, an hour, really. 45 minutes at a push. Under 2 minutes yesterday due to just how my cards fell, which I'll admit with a game you should never have where your cards fall that action point, your victory point cards fall that simply. Right, anyway, that's those done. You'll notice there is PVA glue still everywhere and I am just cleaning it off with this bit of a... It was a paperclip. I'm fairly sure I grabbed it for a sculpting idea and then changed my mind halfway through. Right, so that's those done, as you can see. Up and done. Okay, so they're going to go like... Let's clear the centre of the board, shall we? They're going to sit like that. And then we have 2 of these. Which 2 of these is it? I think it's the longer one. If you look, they're slightly longer. It's that one. Checking the photo, it doesn't seem to show because when you put this on top, you'll see in a second. So that's what seems to be there, and then that slots into there, and that one slots into there. That is definitely a glue job. They are not going to free support themselves. Now, it does say this bit goes on the outside. So we'll just glue that in. I don't know. I'd put that... Okay. So looking at the photo, that's going to sit over the top of it. So if that's sitting towards the outside like that, you're not going to see it. So you may as well do them inside out and put them... So instead of being that way round, like that, have it that way round. Right, they're the wrong ones. Got to make sure you got the right one. So, because my brain is going, that's going to go over there like that. That's how that, not the wrong way around. That's going to sit like that on the outside. This appears to match up with that on the inside, covering the holes. So if you put that way around and then that over it, you lose the point of having the pattern. So, in my head, I'm actually going to put this in backwards. I am. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the long one. Instead of having the pattern towards the outside, I'm going to put the pattern towards the inside. Like that. He says, I've got glue everywhere. Which is never good. Everyone had good weekends? Right, let's get the glue off that board. Let's just move that board out of the way. And have the other side. We need to do the other half. I might as well just do the quick dab of glue there. Put one on there. I'm getting glue everywhere. Oh no, it's gluing everywhere. And we watch that fall down. Go in like that. They're locked. Let's go to the other side. Do the same thing over here. Just a little dab of glue. Where is the other one? I've lost it. I haven't lost it. It's underneath here. Right, let's just... And... What's that done? That appears to be that bit done. Oh, that's interesting. So these, actually the other way around, then slot on the inside. Okay, so these should be the other way around. Yeah, this seems silly to me. And this is why I should always read ahead. And then this narrower bit actually goes on the inside of that. And everything falls to bits again, because... Yeah. Okay. I made an idiot mistake. But it's an easy idiot mistake to fix. And then you just got to glue these ones to the inside of that one. So we'll just slot that in there and glue. That done. To be honest, I think you could have just got away with the one on the wrong way around and just not bothered with the other one. Do not quote me on that. I am not 100% on that actually being right, but you get the idea. Let's just glue this again. Glue the back while we're at it. That slots in there, that slots in there, that holds like that. This bit somehow then feeds down into this. Let's just do it this way. At that point where you really want a third hand. Bang. That appears to be that. Now, there is part of me wondering, and yet again, don't quote me on this one, because I need to work out which bit it is next. Oh! What the... Where's that bit? Oh, no. Sorry, ignore me. Right. So this... Now, there is part of me wondering, now, because we're going to put that on there, like that. You know what I'm thinking? Maybe we should have put this in here first. Yeah. Like that. Which isn't going in properly. It's this section here in the middle, it's just slightly. Right, let's just pop that, push that back. Take the foil to the corner. Just shave them down. Oh, look at all the wasted glue. Because guess what? We're going to have to glue it again. And then we'll just... Yeah, it's already fallen to bits, so... That's that one done. Let's just do the same on the other side. Chamfer the edge is... Caught the top, but that can be repainted later. That's not a problem. Do that. Slot that into there. He says, should have glued it, haven't glued it, but you know what? That's fairly tight. And then we just slot these bits in here like this. You know, just doing it upside down, like I always say. Yeah, do it upside down. There you go. See? If we'd done that in the first place, that would have been far wiser and better instead of doing what I did. Right, these parts. Obviously, that's the outer section. That's going to go on that one. That's going to go on that one. Spin those around. They need to go towards the inside because obviously the rust pattern needs to be on the inside. I'm going to glue those. Let me just check. Just going to go. Yeah, they're the same. So we're going to do both of these. We're just going to. bang the camera. Dab a glue, dab a glue, dab a glue. Making sure the pattern's to the inside. Slide it in. Dum, dum, dum. Pattern to the inside. Slide in. Okay, these bits, because we've already glued these, so we know what we're doing here. They then slot into this edge. So I'm not sure it matters which way round these go in. So obviously you can position them how you want to position them. As always though, I am actually just going to chamfer. I've already chamfered this. Oh, it looks like I've already chamfered it once. We'll just give it another quick bit of a chamfer. So, anyone out there else plays Rivet Wars still? Or the old version, not the new one. Or Rumble Slam. Because obviously I built the Rumble Slam ring. You've seen me do that. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy Rumble Slam, but some of the rules could be a little bit better laid out. I enjoy the game, but yeah, finding certain things in it wasn't easy. A nice layout of sheet would be better, I think. It is a fairly easy to follow game though. Oh look, that popped out. Slot back in. Oh, I was going to glue that, wasn't I? Oh, you know, that should hold. That one's not in. So I enjoy Rumble Slam. I enjoy the models. I enjoy the punniness of it. I enjoy the jokes. The only thing I think that could, as I say, just rules, tightening up the rules, or having them explained better. Because I know that one of my wrestlers, this one, I believe it's him, that one, has a hold, and it didn't really make sense on the thing. It looked like it cost 2 AP to use. It did cost 2 AP to use, but it also gave a negative 2 AP to the person you were using it on. But that wasn't explained, and it didn't quite make sense. Also, we don't quite understand crowd reactions still, but it's just a way of learning. It would be nice to just have a FAQ that helps. FAQ, for those that are wondering. Why I say this, because yeah, it took us a little bit longer than we wanted to play it yesterday. We wanted to try some other games, as we always do. And yeah, again, salute this year. We are on a game hunt. So, new games. Always new games. That sound like fun or something we want to play. While also, because, you know, it's salute. I'll be doing game... Oh, careful with these. They're actually different. The tops have got different pegs on. I fluked it by using the other one and then this one. I seem to have just managed to fluke what it was I was doing. Now, yeah, your ladder point has to have a gap here for that bit there so you can climb up. Though there's no ladder point to climb up to that, which makes very little sense to me. I am going to glue this. But yeah, so we'll be at Salute, and I'll be at the Saturday at UKGE as well. If you see me, say hi if you want. I'm not going to have a clue who you are. If you don't see me, don't say hi. It's fairly simple. UK Games Expo, UKGE, that's it. Birmingham. I'll be in Birmingham. Doing a Brummie thing. No, I'm not doing the Brummie thing. Right, that's on. What do you guys play, just out of interest? Don't say Warhammer. Let's stay away from the Warhammer stuff. What do people play that isn't Games Workshop based? That's a question I'd like to answer. I play all kinds of things. Right, I need that one and that one. So they're the two big ones. See, I'm about to do the thing with over these bits, which, as you'll see in a second, makes very little sense. So I'm going to glue that. Might as well put some glue on there and glue on there. I'm just going to slot that over the top of this and slide it into place. And oh look, the yellow and black bit, you can barely see it underneath it. You may as well have levelled that up and not even bothered with that piece. Just do that. Push this on. That's that done. Okay, these little bits back here. So that piece and this piece, they are going to go here. At a wild guess. Oh look, it was a wild guess and I was right. It does actually suggest gluing this bit to the back of it before you put it in. So we will just do that. Still going to push it in, but you know, this is me. I think it's more PVA soon. I think it's starting to run low. Slots in. That lines up on there. Let's get rid of that fluffy bit. Voila. Okay, that looks alright, doesn't it? I'm not happy with the edge overlap as usual on these sides, but that's looking pretty good. So nice enough tower. And then we have these two. Oh no, not those two. These two. Back to back. Oh, it's because they fit there. Like that. So let's just glue these together and slot those in there. Coop. Coop. Some nice top piece. What's next? Okay. So the larger bits, these two bits, we're going to go internal slot. I'll glue these afterwards. And then obviously this one is internal again, see? And finally, these two bits. One slot's on there. And one slot's on there. I think that is the end of the tower. Yep, that's the end of the tower. So there you go, that's the tower piece. So looks quite good. So my camera stopped filming there. I don't know how much of it you got or how much you haven't got, and I will find out at the end. Obviously, I've just tried to glue this one up, and we've bust this side as well. Just too much force. And that's now causing me problems. Let's just pop that back up. Let's slide that back in and hope it holds, and then just try and put this edge back on. Yeah. If you do it by the instructions, there is a probability you are going to break it because it's too thin. You want to put the inside edges in first. That's not going to go. And then work on the outer edge because, yeah, that's not going to go. I need to just pop that. Oh, it's actually snapped it completely. Okay. Thankfully, it's on the inside, so we know that is not much of an issue to worry about. We'll just make sure it's in properly so it blocks the other side. We'll run the glue up it. Look, you can see where it snaps there. See? We'll just run glue up it like that. And then we will endeavour to slot it together and cry later. Go in. That's going to have to do. We are wargamers. We are fairly good at fixing things when they've gone wrong. And this has gone wrong. Right, I'm going to glue the entire door frame in now as well because it's fallen off. We're just going to run the glue around the inside. We're going to run the glue there and there. This is way too much glue for what we're actually doing. But you know what? Needs to be stable, needs to be strong. And it needs to do what it's doing. So we will do that. And we'll get mad about it another day. We've got two doors. We don't need two doors. Oh, that was way too much glue. Yeah, I've got glue all around the inside the door. Gross. Right, that is sealed in there. And yeah, that's... This one isn't glued yet. We'll just put it to one side. Right, so that's the main frame of the door. I'm really hoping my camera does not mess up. Now, need a back piece. Here's the back piece. This obviously slots onto here like so. And you know what? We'll glue that now. Try and hold that door in place. Because there's the question. If you've only got the door on a latch, like that piece is there, yeah, and you want to take the door off, or you want to put the door back, the door falls out, and you want to put the door back in, but you've got the back on it, how are you getting in there? Because that's going to be awkward to do once it's built, isn't it? There we go. I'm just cleaning all the glue off that we have excess, because for some reason we have excess glue today. There we go. Right. Top plate. Where is the top plate? No, really, where is the top plate? Oh, it's here. So the top. I haven't actually popped the top plate off the board yet. It's still on a different piece of thing. It looks like that. I think that's the top plate. We need two of them because we're building two of them. That's the other one. And that slots onto these pieces. I am just going to file the corners because, you know, heavy-handedness is one thing and I can take the blame for breaking some stuff. But if I keep breaking stuff, I'm going to get really, really unhappy with myself. And as always, I like you guys to see the mistakes as well as that's how we do it. Because we all make mistakes. We do, we all mess up. I'm a professional messer-upper. I really am. And that should slot on there. There we go, that's one side. That's one side. Why won't they go in? Alright, got it. There we go. Done. That's that bit done. Weirdly, it now tells you to put the intersection in for these two here. I do not agree with that. Let's not do that. This bit, the metal plate here, appears to go quite low on the wall. So there, like that. Lines it with that crack, lines it with that crack. Yep, that goes like that. You've seen me use these already because we use them on the main base. So we're going to use two of these and they go onto here. Like so. And this one then on this side. Like so. That's locked in place. Yep, they're locked in. And then the three pegs, remember these bits? One goes at the bottom. These do need gluing, to be honest. They do give you a nice distance. It says dropping it. Between the wall. So it keeps the wall at the right distance apart. And it makes quite a nice curve as well. Now, that's slightly off. Got a slot in there. There we go. You've missed the back just falling off there, haven't you? No one saw that. Carry on. Chortle amongst yourselves. Speaking of chortling, I have never laughed so hard as last night when I won one of my games, which is unusual for me. I don't usually win with it. Was, I'll be honest with you. But last night I managed to win a match by the secret mission of Leroy Jenkins, if anyone remembers that. I tried to explain it to somebody and they didn't get the reference. Top board. Just going to put that one out of the way and I'll do this one in a minute. I'll do that one later. Top board, stay there for a second. Now, this top piece, yet again, we need bits off another part. Which bits do we need? I think it's that one. Hoping it's that one anyway. If it's not this piece, I could be in trouble. So I think it's this. Because there's only two of these. These are the long ones. It looks like we glue them together, like so. Yeah, it's so if you remember on the big one when we made the main base, the bit that goes over the door, it's the same thing. It's got the 2 pegs in the thing there, and we need 2 of these. So the opposite sides of these. So they will go like that, and then long edge to the same side as the peg. So that slots in there. And that then struggles. Oh, there it goes. We in? You did not just see me do it. Well, you didn't see me do that. I did it behind the camera. No, it didn't work. I'm trying to just get the rest of that little bit further in. Right, that is stiff. So then we try this side. Oh, 2. Be careful. Yet again, heavy-handedness results in problems. And I am quite heavy-handed. Guess you just broke it. I just cracked it. Maybe glue these together first and then file them up so that they match edges. You see, that's not going to go. That isn't going to go. Right, let's just file to there, file to there. Thing is, if I make it too loose, what will happen is I'll have to glue it. And this isn't the idea. I know I glue all the scenery because that's in. It's not all the way in, but it's in. I know I glue all my scenery. Because I just can't bother to keep rebuilding it. Also, it shows you how to build it and so on. Okay, yet again, teeth, always useful. But the idea of this scenery is you shouldn't have to glue it. You should be able to build it, take it to bits, put it back together, and so on. Right. So that's slightly too low, because obviously that's got to touch that when it comes into place. Like so. That locks onto there, that slots into there, and then that would glue in place. And that is nearly this done. The last piece is these bits. So these are the yellow and black. They just go together like that. You glue them up. And then they slot in the ends to give your characters something to grab onto to climb over the roof. I'm joking. Just to, technically, it's yellow and black stripe because, you know, hazard warnings. Because even in the far-flung future, there is still health and safety. It seems such a weird thing to say. And that's the door. Complete. Yeah. There you go. I forgot something. I was going to go off, finish this off. I started gluing it as you can. These bits. They're just going to glue on the outside edge. One goes there. It says. Big one goes in the back. Like that. And then this one goes on the side. And then you've got those nice Gothic arches that go all the way around it. I just forgot to mention that bit because I'm an idiot. But there you go. There's there's the bit I forgot. Right, we're up to building the power plant section of this. Yet again, bits need to be glued together. Haven't done that yet. Won't be doing that. Taking the board. This is the main board at the base. To start with, we need these. Obviously, they go back to back. And they slot on this edge. You need 2 of them because, yeah, again, coloured, so double-sided. That's really loose. That's going to need gluing. That one goes in here. Now, as always, with me on this one, I have already pulled the thing to bits, so I've got all the bits on the table in front of us. And because I am, as always, quite heavy-handed, I have probably already broken some of it. Okay, weirdly, that is really tight. Yet again, not going in properly. Has gone in properly. Do not ask how I did that. I think you heard how I did that. So that's that bit done. Next bit. Right, so we're going to take 2 of these. Probably need cleaning up. And we're going to put them back to back like that. We are then going to take two of these, which line up with the pegs on the bottom, like so. I am guessing we're meant to glue them together and then feed them into each other. Well, we're meant to feed them into each other. I'm just going to guess we are meant to glue them together, like so. And that sits in there like that. Do we do that with both of them? Oh, there you can see there's the broken one. Definitely both of them, because I've pulled the back out of that bit as well. I am such a klutz sometimes. Let's put those together. Let's slot those in. Carefully, like so. This isn't going to work. Cursor damaged it. So we'll do that one first. And then we'll do this one. Oh look, it drops off. Just my luck. And then we'll just slide that back down there like that. That's that bit done. They should all be glued. I haven't glued it. There's the two of them made. They, supposedly, slot in so they're leaning towards the middle on these 2 points here. Yeah, one went in really easily, one did not. That's because I've damaged part of the outer edge of that one, as you can see. So it chamfered itself effectively. They're going to need gluing. I will glue those in afterwards. So let's see. There's the chamfery bit. Which I didn't mean to do. So this is all going to need probably filling and repairing along here as well. Be careful. Take your time. Oh. I'm an idiot. They actually go the other way around. I thought they leant towards the middle. I was wrong. They do not lean towards the middle. They lean towards the outside. So, yeah, let's fix that, shall we? There we go. They lean pointing outwards. So, as you look at it, they go outwards. So the map plan shows it that way around. I'm going to guess this is the blue one, because if I look at the photograph... Oh, okay, no. So, the brown ring goes first, and that goes over the top. All the way. Do you know what? Doing this might be easier with it not being on the board. Yeah, just doing it like that. So it's brown ring, then blue ring. Next size down, brown ring. Then blue ring. Then double brown ring. So it's the white one. It's the wider one. Then the narrower one. So that makes that like that. That then slots back on there. Then we're going to do the same with the other one. So first ring, brown ring. Second ring, blue ring. Then brown ring again. Obviously, because I broke this one, that's slightly more awkward to get on. And weirdly, it's quite tight. It hasn't gone all the way down on that one. See? I've had to just force. It's still not quite all the way down. Look, there's the gap. There we go. Took some teeth, but we got there in the end. Then brown ring, then blue ring. And big brown, well, slightly wider brown, which, yeah, again, make sure you get the way around. It would appear that the hole in the top is set for a certain direction for it to go on. And then done, and then we have that back on the board, leaning outwards. And that gives us our two pylons either side. Next bit, I believe, is this bit. I'm not 100% on this. But from what I can see, that bit will go there. So the brown to the inside and the black to the outside, like so. Right, this piece. On this bit, we have to put all of these bits. Now, I am fairly sure these are very fiddly and will break very easily if you're not careful. So when you're putting these on, take your time. Because, as always, we only have as many as there are holes, and there are 6 holes. Also, probably glue them as you go along, because these feel really loose. I haven't even filed these or chamfered them or anything. See? The fiddly bits are always weird when you show them to the camera, because the camera does not always pick them up or focus properly. That's that bit. Oh, and then we have to use these bits. I'm not a fan of these. So, to start with, that's the first one. Yet again, that's quite tight. Probably wants filing. Oh, look, you can see the lift just there at the edge. If I pull that out, that's going to break. So I'm going to try and saw that out. Now, it's going to be 3 wide across here. So there's going to be 3 of them going in. I'm just going to try to prise this out of the file. Like so at the base. At the top. That might break it. Yeah, that it split it. That's okay. That piece is falling out. We'll just plug that back in. Just going to file this as best I can. Try and slot in without causing any more damage. Don't have to. Don't think it's going to go in properly though. Well, maybe. Maybe not. Hopefully when we get all 3 of them in. I'm going to put remember, you want this colour pattern on the outer edges. So we'll just file the base again. Do the inside, do the outside. That's the first one. I'm going to go all the way across. It makes very little difference to us. What am I thinking? Some kind of rust paint along here just to cover that blackness, because that looks really plain otherwise. My brain is going, the old warp. What was the old rust colour Games Workshop used to make? Block bronze. That should be a good enough colour to contrast to it. So maybe just paint the edge with that to cover that for it. Put that one there. Yeah, again, I would glue this as well. I'd glue these. I'm looking at this as I'm putting them in, and my brain is going, oh look, they're sliding, or they're slipping, and they're not in properly, and so on. And some of them are damaged, and some of them aren't. And hopefully, once they're all in, they'll compact together and hold each other in place, because it is just compressed card. I know it's not. It's MDF. Well, yeah, it's still wood, but it's also paper. Yeah. So that's locked in there. And we'll do the last one. Right, let's put that one in the middle because it's broken. We'll do the outer edge here. That one's there. We'll put this one in here. My brain is going, if we put it in the middle, when it compresses, it'll hold it all in place. Oh. That's fine. We'll just, broken edge, we'll just do that. That'll clean that off. And yet again, that warp line. And that's that done. There is part of me that does not want to take that to bits again. So I may just run glue across the backside to try and get it to soak in and hold them in place. It may work, it may not do. I cannot guarantee for either. And this slots in, down this, like that. There we go. That's slotted into place like that. Oh. Right, I'm not going to do this because these need gluing, but these really flimsy bits then slot down the inside to hold that in place. And I'll be honest, I don't like these. I don't. They kind of break and they snap. There's 4 of them, so I'm guessing we have to pin it around all 4 corners. I would, yeah, it does say to go, this goes here. take these off so you can see. So this slots down here like that, and then is glued in place. And same on the other side. I can't work out why. I really can't. Let's just turn that to be the right colour there. Yeah, if you look, you've still got the black line in between. I'm going to leave that one up to you. If you want to put them in, put them in. I'm actually not going to put them in. I'm going to ignore those. Right, back panel. This is the back panel. Clearly, that get glued to there for the fans. And then this slots on the back. I will glue the fan up later. I'm guessing this is the roof. That'll slot on like that. Nice and easy. Put these back in. Because there's one more bit to build, which is going to sit there. And oddly, oh yeah, these bits on the instructions slot on the back as well. And then you put the roof on. The two these bits. So these, which are air vents, go either end, like so. That's why they're black on the ends. And they hold in place. See, there's the vent. There's the thing. Obviously, that should be mounted there to show the back. And it's a little power station. Let's just put that there. Okay. Now, this and this glue together like that. So we'll just glue this together. Now, on this side, we want these pieces. I am going to guess pattern towards the top. So he says, being unsure. I haven't waited for this to dry, but I'm just literally forcing it in. Like so. Just push that down. This one. Same again. Force it in. Voila. Like so. Done. That is still drying at the back. We'll just try and level it up by doing that. Oh, and then this slots onto here. Like that. So we'll use that glue at the back and just does that. That feels like that is overcoloured for no reason. That really does. That feels weird. Oh well. You know what? While we're here, might as well just glue this on. That glues in. That's there. Like that. You know what? Because these keep falling off, I'm just going to glue these in as well. I lost the other one, it rolled away. So it turns out the next bit is separate. We need this piece. And then around the base, we need these. And they go 1, 2. Probably should have chamfered these before I started. I think they're vents. 3. That's number 4. Just slot in properly. And then these bits slot in between. So you probably do want to glue this before you start. Or as you go along, should I say. I don't know. It's up to you. I'm leaving that one up to you for a change. I keep debating getting a headset camera. But let's be honest, if I've got a headset camera, my head is constantly turning and you'd be forever trying to work out what I was doing. Right, so that's that done. And somehow we have to get this bit on top of it. Oh, you know how much I love doing these. You built one bit, now do the next bit. Yeah, got you. Ah, go in. Oh, crikey, that actually slotted in. I managed to do that in one. Don't ask me to do that again. Right. Next bit is these pieces, and they go 4, 1, 2. Oh, that's stiff. You know, I'm just going to shave that piece of wood off that edge. There's number 3. This is number 4. 2, 3, 4. They all look to be the same way around. That's good. Okay, so these bits, we've got to work out which half is which. So they actually fit together like that. We've got to put this on. We put the crux terminatus shaped piece on the top. It's never going to work. I hate. You know what? I got the last one so easily. This one, it's not going to be easy. 2. 3. There we go. That's the 4 of them in. Done. And that's shifted in. Then these, we double up like so. So you've got the different colours on either side. Then slot them, kind of hook them behind that square piece in the base. Like that. And push them over. I've got to get in first. There we go. Then you need to slot over that. Yeah, I don't know I'm going to do that. Right, let's try and pull that out. Oops, pulled the whole top off. Might be an idea to glue these together and then file them together. Just so they fit kind of snugly. But I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure on that one at the minute. So you've got to kind of slot them into that bit and then bring them over to the top. Like that. There's 4 of these to do. And let's be honest. So there we go, that's another one. I'm just going to use a bigger file this time. I'm going to go the opposite side. Because when you're building stuff in certain ways, you should do it by what's the thing it's like tents. When you put up a tent, to equalise the pressure, you should do it in different corners. So if you do it opposites like that, it should equalise the pressure. So when we come to do the last one, these two, it should hold it. This is the same for 3D printers. It's the same for building tents. It's the same for most things where you're trying to equalise the pressure on each side. So I think, don't quote me on that. I might be talking out my bum. I'm not. I'm fairly sure I'm right on that one. I actually don't know. In case you're wondering, I don't know what to talk about. Oh, that's in. Yeah, that kind of just kind of pushed it to one side as that went in, because that wasn't in fully, and now it's in fully. It sits better. And the last one. There we go. That's the 4 rating. That's a little power conduit that lives there. Voila. 1 power unit. These things. Am I going to do one of these? There are 4 of them. They are just barricades. So back to back, like so. Pattern on one side, plate on the other. 2 of these, line them up. I don't know what the hole's for, to be honest. And then just slot them in the hole. Go in. I'm so glad you guys can't actually see me biting these to get them further in. I don't feel guilty about that at all, but it's just, you know, it's not hygienic or clever or wise. Also, MDF. It's kind of paperish. And these are as stiff as Hades. I did the thing where I caught the edge. Look, see, and it's pushed it over. So, and now I've dropped it. I will find it later. I'll just grab another one for now. We will do them one at a time. Put that one there. So, that one. It's circle to the back. And in. Circle to the back. And in. And there you go, that's the barricade. There are multiple of those, and there you go, that's the whole thing. I am realising that I should have probably taken the camera off its tripod to show you this. There you go, whole thing. It is fairly big, I'll be honest with you, it is quite massive. This will hopefully be the last of the long videos for a while. Right, as I said, we'll be at Salute. We'll be at UKGE on the Saturday now as well, the sound of it. I've bought the tickets, I will be going. That's what we do, that's how we do it. This has been the part 1 and part 2 of the TT Combat's forward operating base, the new version, the updated colours. I do love the new colours compared to the lighter ones of the old colours. I think the lighter grey is a lot nicer than the blue. But yeah, there you go.